a touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Leading him out, the rookie from Ohio State at 22 years of age, it's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, what's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A huge play there for Chicago.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 21 yards for David Montgomery. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. So that a very nice looking touchdown run.
And on his first carry of the game as well. And you remember, Brandon, we talked to him yesterday. And he thought he was going to have a big game. He thought everything aligned perfectly. He liked what the defense was presenting, and he really liked what he was getting from his blockers.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now it's Patterson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Atlanta. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's Davis to run again on second. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Now Ryan. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And now before we get to the extra point, touchdowns do happen. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields pushing through the contact. And he's taken down inside the 30.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Throwing again is Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Second and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Steps away to his left. This is caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Again, Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for Chicago touchdown. Marquise Goodwin there to make the grab. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Santos now to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now it's Patterson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Ryan going to give this to Davis. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
On 1st down, Herbert able to slither by and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A great move by Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 40 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw is Fields. He finds Robinson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears have broken the tie. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now the point after try for Santos. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Flush to his right. He's got a man. It's Tajae Sharpe. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Smith, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Keith Smith, as time expires in the first half. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game on the final play of the first half. Big decision there. They say forget the field goal and go for it, and it pays off.
I wonder who was in the ear of the head coach.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has the look of a game that could very well go down to the wire. Just 1 point separating these two clubs at the break. But they're ready for the second half, and we are too. As we'll kick it right back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Here's Cohen now to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. On first down, Fields. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. And they'll go back to Robinson. This time he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on first down. Herbert. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 48 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.